Good morning. Welcome. This little presentation is just about RNIP. Just kind of, a lot of people don't know much about it. They want to learn more about it. A lot of you may be students from university or college. So this program or this presentation is just kind of to give you a little more insight on the program, and if you're interested in applying, then that's perfect. So I'm just gonna share my little presentation. And if you have questions, you can always write it in the chat, and then we can answer them after the presentation. Okay, so we will start. So RNIP, it stands for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. And this is specific to the North Bay area. So like I just mentioned, RNIP stands for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. So RNIP, it's a new program, and it was launched in June of 2019. And at this time, it's expected to run until 2022. If it has good success, then possibly longer, which would be great. For the applicants, it's a program designed to speed up the process to receive their permanent residence. And also for the participating communities, it aims at strengthening these communities due to the fact that they are smaller, especially those in rural areas. So North Bay was lucky to be chosen as one of the communities to participate in this program. Employers in the community will also have the opportunity to post employment opportunities and to promote their business to the skilled foreign workers. And once these employment opportunities are posted on the RNIP website, they are guaranteed offers of employment, which is required in the application process for every applicant. So not only is it beneficial for the applicants applying, but it's also beneficial to the employers and the community itself.
Okay.
All right. So why is RNIP so important? It's important because Canada's birth rate is decreasing, which means retirement age is getting younger. And in turn, it means Canada's looking seriously for skilled individuals. Although Canada is receiving high numbers of immigrants, the majority of these individuals are choosing to settle in the urban provinces such as Quebec, Ontario, and British Columbia. And that kind of means it's leaving large gaps in the rural communities such as North Bay. So although settling in larger communities seems like the obvious route and the more lucrative option, the more appealing option to immigrants, they tend to forget and disregard what a rural area such as North Bay can offer. In larger communities, the cost of living is considerably higher, and there is more competition for employment opportunities. The benefit to settling in North Bay is that we don't have enough local residents available to fill the gaps, which means that there's a higher demand, and often with a higher demand means that a higher salary is offered. And I did mention Quebec and Ontario and BC as provinces that are attracting individuals, and typically the larger cities are like Ottawa, Toronto, Quebec City, Montreal, Vancouver, and could just be because those are the cities that individuals know about, and they don't know about the smaller cities such as North Bay. So in the end, like I mentioned, this program is extremely beneficial for not only the immigrants and the individuals applying, but also the community. And with a growing population, that means a growing and succeeding economy within the community. So for the North Bay area, Like I mentioned at the beginning, each community has specific eligibility criteria. So in order to know the specific eligibility criteria, it's best to go onto our website just to dive a bit deeper. So IRCC, which is, so it's estimating 1 year for an applicant to receive their permanent residence once they apply at this time through the RNIP program. The program has 11 communities across Canada participating, North Bay being one of them. And like I mentioned, there's various criteria for each community according to their workforce. In partnership with IRCC, and I'm sure a lot of you know what IRCC stands for, but if not, it's the Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. So the purpose of this program is to meet the economic goals locally and to develop the economy by supporting the development of the workforce in high demand jobs. So there's a specific area that is allowed within this program for North Bay. Ours is a 45-kilometer radius, and this encompasses North Bay, Callander, Powassan, East Ferris, Bonfield, West Nipissing, and some other unorganized townships. We are trying to expand that 45-kilometer radius, but it's a bit harder to just ask.
Okay.
So eligibility, there's a lot that goes into eligibility for the RNIP program, but these are kind of a few specific ones. And kind of the major ones. So you have to have an offer of employment, which means an employer needs to be offering you a job, essentially. So each applicant must have an offer of employment. That means that if an individual does not already have a job or a job lined up, their application is incomplete. And then once they do have their job offer, then it's complete, as long as they have everything else. And jobs must fall under specific occupation. So every occupation, every employment, it has a NOC code, which is the National Occupational Classification. If an individual or applicant is unsure of what the NOC code is for their offer of employment, they can always check online. Once the individual has found their code, they can refer to the RNIP website to see if the code is approved for the North Bay area. So we have specific codes that we are accepting. I think I want to say there's about 45 maybe. There's also another category, and it's the open NOC category. And this is for offers of employment that don't fall under the specified occupations. But we only take 10 in this category. Which of course are filling up fast. So I always kind of suggest people not to rely on the open NOC category just because there's only 10. So they will fill up fast. And that's for the whole year. So January to December.
Okay.
So each region is not the same due to the fact that each region has various high demand jobs that need to be filled. As the labor market changes, this list may also change. So we have actually added a new category recently, about a month ago. So if you haven't checked our website within the last month, it might look different. The categories that we do have on our list, it's mining, trades, manufacturing, aviation, healthcare, construction, accounting, architecture, legal professions. So those are guaranteed ones that if you have an offer of employment within, that will guaranteed be on our list. So pathways to applying. So before an applicant can apply to the program, like I mentioned, you should refer to the North Bay RNIP website and just make sure that it is the North Bay RNIP website, because there's RNIP general websites, but you want to check out the North Bay RNIP website. And you just want to be sure that you fit all eligibility criteria. If you don't fit one of the criteria, then unfortunately you can't apply. Each applicant can now create their own profile and submit directly through our website. It's an easy and seamless approach to applying. That was, I think, launched in February, I think. So it's going well, it's running smooth. You can start your profile if you don't have everything, all the documents and forms completed yet, but I always suggest to get everything ready, all your forms, all your documents ready, and then submit everything, just so that it's easier for me to look at a profile that's fully completed, and then I can go through the process of contacting you. So applying on our website, everything that is required of an applicant to apply for the program is on the North Bay RNIP website. There's definitely 2 forms that need to be filled out, and that's the IMM 5911, which is the Schedule 1. That's filled out by the applicant. And then the IMM 5984, which is the offer of employment. That's filled out by the employer. Your employer can send that to you, and then you can submit it on the website in your profile. And the employer must also provide an employer declaration form, which is just a quick, easy form that they can find online. They can submit it themselves, or they can send it to you and you can send it to me, but they can also do it online. The employers must also complete a cultural diversity training, which is conducted by an employee at Yes Employment. That you are not responsible as the applicant. I contact the employer and I connect them with Yes Employment for the training. So once the employer believes that the applicant believes that they have all the correct documents and filled up the forms correctly, like I mentioned, you can upload all your stuff to the website through your own candidate profile. And the program coordinator, which is myself, I will look over all your forms, make sure you have all your documents lined up properly. And if I think you have everything done properly, then I will reach out to you. If you don't, if I think you need to change things, or if I need more from you, then I'll still reach out, but I'll just tell you what you need or what you need to change. When you do have everything, when I've been sent everything, I'll reach out to you for an interview. And this interview is just pretty much it's the last step just to ensure you are eligible and that you're ready to settle in North Bay. And then after that step, that last step with you, I will meet up with the community, which is about once a month approximately. And this committee reviews all the application, and we select the best candidates that we think would best fit. If we think everyone would fit, then we will recommend everybody. At this time, North Bay is allotted for 150 spots. It used to be 100, but it's recently been increased to 150 spots, so that's great. And that's again from January till December. Then the community will provide the applicant with their letter of recommendation. And at this point, that means that the applicant can apply to the IRCC for their permanent residency. The letter of recommendation is good for 6 months. So I always tell the applicant to make sure they have all their proper forms and documents, to make sure that they have the proper originals or copies that IRCC asks for, and then to send it off to IRCC. I also mentioned it's always best to get a tracking number for the for your application, just so that you can track it, make sure it gets there on time or properly. There's also a document checklist by the IRCC that you can go over. It says everything that you need to have. So it's pretty specific. So this is the document checklist that I was talking about. It's the IMM 5987. This can also be found on the RNIP, the North Bay RNIP website. So like I mentioned, this checklist consists of everything that the IRCC needs. They need to ensure that you have all the appropriate forms and documents, whether that's the originals or the copies. So you want to ensure that you do have all the proper stuff, because IRCC will not accept it if it's not complete. So the IRCC, once they receive your application, they will either approve your application for permanent residence or not. The applicant is assessed against the federal selection criteria and admissibility requirements. And like I mentioned before, I always suggest to get a tracking number when sending your application to IRCC. And this is just a little layout of the step-by-step application process. It's a flow chart. So kind of explains step 1 to 10, kind of what I've just gone through over. I'll just give you a second to check that out. And there are step-by-step instructions, if you will, on the RNIP website, on the North Bay RNIP website, if you're unsure where to start or how to get to the next step. And there are so many details on whether an applicant can be eligible for the program or not. So I always suggest just to refer to the website because it's got everything you need to know. And that is all for the North Bay RNIP program. So if anybody has questions, you can always write it in the chat.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Thank you very much for all these really valuable information for us.
Yeah.
I just have a question. Is it a program fully open for North Bay?
Yeah,
I mean,
anybody
is it available for us?
like if you're in North Bay or?
Yeah, I am. I am in North Bay. Yeah, I'm a student and my husband is a full time worker. So I just would like to know if it is already really open to apply right away.
Yeah, it's completely open to apply right now.
Okay, and the other question is about the occupation. Are you thinking maybe in the future like add more occupation, or is what it is? It's no more option for other occupations.
Right now, this is the list of occupations we do have, only because that's what we're looking, that's what we need to fill in North Bay that we can't fill with people living within North Bay. So it might change, but at this time, this is the list.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm just looking at a few other questions. Yeah.
Good morning. My name is David. I'm just asking, I think I have 2 questions.
Okay.
I'm Jamaican, so I wanted to know, is there a specific application process that goes into that when you're coming from this country?
Application costs?
Right.
So to apply to RNIP itself, there's no cost, but there are costs affiliated with applying or with getting your permanent residence, such as getting a background check. So applying directly to RNIP, there's no cost. It's just the outside cost that you will have to look into.
Hi, Heather, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously there are many requirements, but the most important one is to find a job in the community, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So without a job offer from the community, it would be, not suitable for one to apply to the program, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So you have to have a job offer. You can find those job offers anywhere. You can find it on Indeed. You can find it online anywhere, especially if you're not within Canada or North Bay. It's hard to.
Yeah, I'm not. I've been trying for the last couple of years, actually.
Yeah.
Well, many, however, Canadian employers seems to be not interested in hiring from out of Canada.
Yeah.
The COVID situation made it more worse, I guess. So I just wanted to know that. That's all. That's the only question I had, because I've been struggling with finding a job offer in the community anywhere in Canada. But yeah, I'm still okay. Thanks.
Yeah, keep searching.
Well, yeah, finger crossed.
Heather, I had another.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just asking because since I have a degree, I have an associate's degree in business process outsourcing. I just wanted to know, what is the education criteria, and are there opportunities for young business professionals in North Bay at the moment, other than maybe just to clarify some of what some of what Sina said, based on young professionals working in North Bay, what's your estimate based on job requirements, one, and job vacancies, two?
So you have education in business, is that what you said?
Right.
Yeah, so I would just suggest looking for employment in business. There's no requirements that you need. You just need that job offer.
All right, thank you.
Heather, I just have one more question. So in order for me to complete my profile online with North Bay RNIP, I can still do it even though I don't have a job offer, correct?
Yeah, you can still start your profile.
Okay.
I just can't do anything until there is that job offer.
Can employers see that profile and maybe get me an interview on a Skype?
No, unfortunately, no. They don't see who's looking for jobs.
Okay. Understood. Thanks.
Yeah.
Right, Heather, just one last question. I'm sorry if I'm annoying you.
Okay.
All right. So I wanted to know, because I know that there's a specific financial criteria when it comes to PR, right? So I wanted to know, is there a specific financial criteria, with after applying for the job and, after, let's say you receive the job, is there a specific financial criteria that you have to uphold when you do arrive in Canada or before you do arrive in Canada?
Yeah, so if you're not in Canada, you do have to have, according to how many people are coming with you, you do have to have a certain amount of settlement funds, if that's what you're asking.
All right, yes. Any estimates on what that is?
I don't know the exact number. I want to say it's about $9,000 for one individual, but I'm just kind of.
I checked about 1 hour ago. It's about $10,000. Okay. So you're correct.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it changes obviously with each amount of dependents that come with you.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning,
Heather. Sorry. Okay.
Good morning to everybody. Morning, Heather. Thank you so much for the information. Mm-hmm. My name is Agatha. I am presently here in Canada, in Ontario, however, not in North Bay area. And I'm in the healthcare. I'm a foreign nurse by profession, but presently I can work as a personal support worker until I get my credential verified.
Okay.
So at my present time now, since I'm awaiting those things to be done, should I wait or could I apply for a job as a personal support worker? Is that considered under healthcare as well too?
Yeah, a personal support care worker is definitely on the list of jobs that we accept.
Okay. And then I will have to relocate to North Bay. Long as I get a job, well, if I get a job offer, I will relocate to North Bay and then start the process.
Yeah, so you need to find that job offer in North Bay as a personal support worker. And then you will move to North Bay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Heather, I'm just sorry. Should I call you Miss Heather or they Heather?
No, Heather's fine.
Okay. I suppose you are from the actual government, department, correct?
I'm not. No, I don't. I'm not with the government.
Yes, employment and RNIP in partnership. So I was thinking if they are having headhunting sessions with this or.
No, unfortunately, I don't do any of the employment aspect or side of it. I strictly deal with the applicants.
Administrations, right.
Yeah.
Well, I have never been to Canada. I've been watching all these, YouTube videos and, expat lives and all that. Do you think it's, sort of hard for Canadians employers to hire from outside Canada? Are they been hiring before? Have they hired before or?
Yeah, no, they've definitely hired before.
Usually they ask for interview or, a Skype call or telephone call or FaceTime, but I am not getting any reply from them. So, and I had changed my resume format to the Canadian one and then North Bay format and, all those formats just to get them, just talk to them for, 5 minutes interview. So I could probably convince them more through, conversations and, my professional achievements. However, they just seems to go right into their trash.
I can always, I would suggest to individuals applying, I don't know if you have a cover letter with your resume, but you can always say that you're going to be applying through the RNIP program. And then the employer can always reach out to me if they have questions about the program. And it might ease their minds a bit if they speak to me first about the program, because employers might have questions about the program.
Well, I suppose I don't know how informative they are about this RNIP program. So would it be possible if I just put your name on the cover letter, RNIP government, department, and they can contact you if they want to? Or would that be?
Yeah, you can always just write, you're looking to apply to the North Bay RNIP program, and they can actually email through the website directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that's okay.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
So right now I'm working in Canada in Mississauga as a chef, and I want to move to a smaller community for 5-6 years.
Okay.
So I was in smaller community in US before. So I don't have that type of issue in settling. Many of the people have issues in settling. I know what type of cold is there in the north because I had been to north in the winter times.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
So what I know the consequences because what type of cold, what type of environment I have to get in because it's not easy to moving from somewhere and get in and you don't know, it's going to be -30 or 40 when you're going to be there.
Yeah.
It's hard to settle over there. So my visa going to expire this year in September. I have 4 months on it. Yep. And how long it takes to get PR, what we can say,
Through RNIP, at this point, it's taking approximately a year, up to a year.
And if my application is approved, so can I stay in Canada, or I have to leave when my visa going to expire?
Yeah, if your visa expires, then unless you can apply for to extend it, but if it's expired, then can't change the expiry date, unfortunately.
So I can not apply for implied visa because I have offer from RNIP.
If you have a job offer through RNIP, then yeah, definitely submit your application as soon as you can. And if you don't have an offer, then I just keep looking. I know it's hard to find jobs at this point in time, especially with COVID, but
I was looking on Indeed. There are like 5-6 jobs for chef and cook in North Bay area. So I have like 8 years of experience from India and US, and 1.5 years in Canada now. So it's like I'm very likely to fit in any type of job in kitchen.
I would take a look at the list of jobs, like the NOC codes that North Bay is accepting, and definitely try and, if you have experience in those, try and stick to those, because those are the ones we definitely are accepting.
Yeah. And how it's going to, nothing going to be like lesser than 1 year to get RNP?
It might be less than a year, but they're saying it can take up to a year.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Heather, I'm sorry, I've got one more. Just that when I listen to people. Once applied for the program, do you think a Canadian employer will wait for a year for applicant to arrive, or one could get a work permit to get to Canada while they process the permanent residency certificate or degree, whatever they call it?
Yeah, you'll get a temporary work permit.
Okay. Because I was just thinking that realistically, employer wouldn't want to wait for 1 year for the.
No. At this point, they have to wait for the individual to come over to Canada, which is taking a bit longer with COVID. But yeah, you'll have a temporary work permit, and then once you do get your permanent residence, then it will turn into permanent residence. I just want to answer the question about a cook or a chef. We are accepting cook or chefs, but it has to be in the actual trade. It can't just be like like somebody at McDonald's or at a fast food restaurant. It has to be an actual red seal trade.
So Heather, if I get the job offer, can I apply for temporary foreign worker on RNP base?
Yep.
So it's like that. If I get the job offer, I can apply for that, and then my process will keep going for RNIP PR.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
And so for foreign workers, they can apply for the program. Like I mentioned, it might take a bit longer with COVID to come over here, but we're definitely accepting applications from foreign applications. And also the occupation lists that are in demand. You can find that on our frequently asked questions page, and I believe it's either number 2 or 3, the number 2 or 3 tab that you can find the list.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Yeah, actually, I want to know about this NOC codes. As I can check on your website, under information technology, there are like 4 to 5 NOC codes listed. Can a person fall under 2 NOC codes? Like I am known to databases also, and I have information, and I also work as a system analyst in my current role. Can 2 NOC be applicable for a single person?
So it's all according to your job offer. So whatever job offer you are being offered, it will have just 1 code. So that's the only code you will need.
So experience can be in two knockouts, but it depends upon the offer which employee is making to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can be different for different communities. Like if
Yeah,
I am
so different communities, they might have different occupations that they're accepting.
okay.
Heather.
Yeah.
I just have a question. If I apply in the pilot program, but I have the opportunity to apply as a postgraduate student, can we do that at the same time, or is not possible?
Can you apply what, sorry?
I mean, if I apply like in the pilot program in North Bay, but when I already graduate and I have a postgraduate and I have a year of a job and everything, is it okay apply both at the same time, or?
Yeah, you can still apply RNIP.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Heather, I've just got one more question. This is going to be the last question. Sorry if I'm asking too many questions. You mentioned 45 national occupation scores.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned something else. I forgot the terminology for that. Missed it. You only accept 10 of those every year.
Yeah, so that's the open categories. If you don't fall under the specific NOC codes that we are accepting in the North Bay area, then we do have another category, and it's called the open NOC category. But we only have 10 spots for that.
Heather.
Yeah. So those.
Heather, sorry, I have another question. Until now, how many persons do we have that already got the resident to the pilot through the pilot program?
They're actual permanent residents. There aren't too many, but we have about, I would say, 25 people out of our 150 that we've given recommendation letters to.
Oh, 25, okay. You just encouraged me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And there's also a spot on our website that employers can post jobs when they have jobs that they want to fill with applicants through RNIP. At this time, there aren't any jobs on there, but I just always suggest to continue to check that section on the website.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And also, I see a question. So how realistic as a recent international graduate with little to no work experience to apply to this program? If you are a recent graduate within 2 years and it's been in North Bay, you actually don't need work experience. You're exempt from that. So definitely apply.
So Heather, there are no requirements for the open,
the open category. So the open category requirements are still the same as the other categories. It's just it's codes, it's NOCs that we don't have specified yet.
So there must be a job letter for that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Heather.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wanted to ask, like, for my brother. So if he has an accounting experience, but if he get a job offering something like administrative service supervisor, will he be considered to apply?
Yeah. So whatever job offer you have to have experience. It's kind of confusing just to tell you. It's easier to see on our website. So if you have a job offer in a skill level D, you have to have experience in also skill level D with that exact same NOC code. If it's a skill level B, I believe it can be a B experience or A. So all depending on your job offer is specific to your work experience that you have to have.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Heather, I just think I've got one more. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. So let's just say I apply for admission at the technical, college or university in North Bay to, prepare myself professionally for a job in Canada. And would they accept me for that program as RNIP or no?
What was the job? Sorry.
No, it's not a job. Like for short courses, up to 5 months or 6 months, technical courses for in any industry that would, make me job ready for a job in North Bay. So assuming that I can get admission at a university level or a technical, institute in North Bay.
Yeah, so you can apply to the university or college here. It has to be a minimum 2-year course, and then you would be on a study permit, and then you could apply for the postgraduate work permit. And
okay, so it has to be minimum 2 years. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Heather. Just to make sure, how many applications are allowed per month or per year in the next year?
So we are allowed to recommend 150 applicants.
50.
Yeah.
150 per year.
Yes, from December or January to December. Yeah.
For this year and the other one, the next one?
For both year. I mean, this year and the next one.
Yeah, it's 150 for just 1 year, so 300 for 2 years.
Oh, okay. Pregunto este año cuántos. Okay. So we have we still have an opportunity for this year, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Still lots of time.
Perfect. So.
Que yo me gradué este año.
Give me 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
So if I got the job offer from North Bay, I can apply for extension of temporary foreign worker visa?
Yeah.
And I can join the new employer in the North Bay and can start working with him?
Yeah, you just have to have that job offer from an employer.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Hi, this is Lisa. I just got a question. Both me and my husband are working in North Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it best to create 2 profiles, one for him and one for me?
You can, but I would suggest the one who would fit all the eligibility criteria best to be the applicant, and then and then have a dependent as the other one.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Heather. It's me again, Agatha.
Yeah.
My question is, if I get I got a job offer, I am here in Canada. However, my family is not here with me, and I would like to put in for them as well when I'm making the application. Is there a certain salary I'm supposed to be earning in order to put them in, or I have to have a certain amount of money even though I'm still working?
No. If you're in Canada, you don't have to have a certain amount or make a certain amount.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Heather. So anyway, we can contact you and share a profile that you can advise us in a better way. for our application?
You can, so there on our website, there's a contact us spot. So you can email that way and then I can reach out.
Okay.
Well, it looks like that's all the questions.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everyone for joining.
Thank you so much, Ms. Heather.
Yeah, thank you. It was good to have everyone here listening.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks a lot, really.
Thanks again.
Got lots of information for this. So please take care and good night, good morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Good day to everyone. Good night, wherever you are.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.